Live on air, online, from Harlingen, McAllen, Brownsville, and all of the Rio Grande Valley. This is CBS 4 News at 10.
He wasn't doing a good job, very simply. He was not doing a good job.
Fallout from the firing of FBI Director James Comey continues on Capitol Hill today. The White House says it fired Comey because of his handling of the Hillary Clinton email scandal.
Now, congressional Democrats want a special independent prosecutor to take over Comey's investigation.
We are facing a constitutional crisis, and an independent special prosecutor is necessary to assure the credibility and trust that the American people deserve.
The past 4 months suggest that our president thinks he can simply tweet and fire his way out of this problem while continuing to cozy up to the Russians.
To get a bit cool across the valley tonight, so yeah, grab a sweater.
Indeed, the recipe's there for nice fall-like weather across the RGV. We have clear skies, dry air, and weak north winds. Again, a great recipe for a cool night tonight. Check it out. Light north breezes continuing to let that cool, dry air just gently filter on into the Rio Grande Valley, and that will last throughout the night tonight. Then we're looking forward to temperatures that will go from the mid-60s on down in, well, I'm going to show you just how low we'll go overnight tonight coming up in my full forecast. I'm also going to take a look at the rest of the week, our football forecast for the end of the week, and the weekend. It's coming up.
Jurors just completed their punishment deliberations for a woman found guilty this morning of intoxication manslaughter. CBS 4's Patrick Chalvier has been following this trial, and he is live at the Cameron County Courthouse right now, where the jury just decided her fate, about an hour ago. Patrick?
Well, Eddie, good evening. When Taylor Nicole Ramirez was found guilty of intoxicated manslaughter with a motor vehicle earlier today, she faced 2 to 20 years behind bars, and we now know that she will be spending the next 5 years behind bars without probation.
First at 10, after implementing its 3-year strategic plan in May, the Brownsville Community Improvement Corporation has seen some financial issues with the city sports park. CBS 4's Stephen Steele is in the studio. And Stephen, what concerns does BCIC have?
Well, they saw that the Brownsville Sports Park wasn't bringing in high enough revenue to match the cost to maintain the facility. Tomorrow, they'll present options on what direction the city will take the sports park in front of the City Commission.
And he had a gun in his holster right here. And he took that gun out and he put it to my template. And he told me, "Do you want to die? Do you want to die?"
Tonight, we're learning more about the Texas church shooter, Devin Kelly. His ex-wife spoke to the media this week about the abuse she endured from him. She says he threatened to kill her and her entire family multiple times. They divorced in October 2012. It was a month later that he pled guilty and was charged with abusing her and her infant son.
I know everyone who gave their life that day, some of which were my best friends, one my daughter.
One of the young victims of the Sutherland Springs shooting and daughter of the pastor at First Baptist Church was laid to rest today. Amanda Weber from our sister station in San Antonio was there as friends and family said goodbye to the 14-year-old. A serious blast of winter weather forecasts has sliced through the Rio Grande Valley. Chief Meteorologist Brian Handel says we could even see some snow. Dare you say, Brian?
I dare say it because it certainly is possible. Right now we have multiple winter weather advisories and a winter storm warning in effect for parts of the Rio Grande Valley. Here you can see more of the rain moving on across, but more importantly, you can see some of the pink showing up as sleet and some of the white showing up as flurries on the back side of this. Here's the Rio Grande Valley back across into Mexico. This is eventually going to make its way on into our area and going to provide what may be a, well, white overnight into tomorrow morning. Winter storm warning in effect for Starr County, Zapata County, Brooks, Jim Hogg. Right there, anywhere from about up to 2 inches of snow for that part of the valley. The winter weather advisory in effect for Hidalgo, for Willacy and Cameron counties overnight tonight. Now this all means we could see up to 1 inch of snow here in Hidalgo, Willacy, and Cameron, and that's in effect from midnight to 9 a.m. And where the winter storm warning is, we could see.
We begin with breaking news tonight where we've confirmed that there are multiple FBI agents at the Hidalgo County Courthouse right now. Details as to why are not being released at this time. Hidalgo County Sheriff Eddie Guerra did send out a tweet just hours ago to the media saying, quote, "I can confirm that the FBI is conducting a law enforcement activity at the Hidalgo County Courthouse 93rd District Court. We will continue monitoring this breaking situation as it develops. Meanwhile, we are following another breaking situation at a home in Edinburgh where we've received reports of large police activity there. That's where we find CBS 4's Priscilla Estrada, who's live at the scene right now with the latest on this developing situation. Priscilla.
Nicole, right now we're at a home in Edinburgh, right off of the corner of Junior and Depot, where there is a lot of police activity happening right now. Now, if you take a look, this home, there are currently state troopers who have this residence blocked off. And if you take a look this way through the fence, we can see a lot of vehicles out here, maybe around 15 to 20 or though back there on the property. Now, we did speak to FBI spokeswoman Michelle Lee, who tells us that all the information that she can provide is what the sheriff already tweeted. And we can also confirm that one unknown individual was arrested in connection with the FBI search. However, we cannot connect what is happening at the courthouse and out here at this residence in Edinburgh. Now, at this moment, this is all the details that we can provide you, and we will continue to follow this story and bring you the latest. Live in Edinburgh with Complete Valley coverage, Priscilla Estrada, CBS 4 Valley at 6.
At this hour, we're continuing to follow the latest developments in 2 FBI raids in Edinburgh. It all began at the Hidalgo County 93rd District Courthouse. Then later, we received word that agents were conducting another raid at the home of 93rd District Court Judge Rudy Delgado. That's where we find CBS 4's Priscilla Estrada, who's been following this story since the very beginning. Priscilla, what have we learned today?
Nicole, that's right. Earlier today, we were at the courthouse. However, security wouldn't allow us or anyone to go upstairs where that 93rd District courtroom is located. And currently, there still remains a lot of police activity outside of Judge Rudy Delgado's home, who presides over that 93rd District courtroom. His home is located right off the corner of Junior and Depot Road in Edinburgh. Now, state troopers have had this residence blocked off for the majority of the afternoon, and we can still see around 14 to 15 vehicles inside of that property. And earlier today, we were able to capture some video of Judge Rudy Delgado's campaign signs on the property, since he is currently running for the 13th District Court of Appeals. And actually, just moments ago, we caught some video of some officials on the property pulling out some boxes from that residence. And so far, we have seen DPS, FBI, and Texas Rangers on the scene here at Delgado's home. FBI spokeswoman Michelle Lee and Sheriff Eriguera confirmed the FBI search in Delgado's district courtroom at the courthouse. Lee also confirmed that one person has been arrested during this FBI search, however, could not tell us who that individual is, and that the name would not be released until Monday. At the moment, we can't confirm the connection between the FBI activity happening between the 2 locations or why they are here, but we will continue to follow this story and bring you the latest as soon as it's made available. Live in Edinburgh with Complete Valley coverage, Priscilla Estrada, CBS 4 Valley, tonight.
Are you Nicholas Jacob Cruz?
Yes, ma'am. We are committed to working with state and local leaders to tackle the difficult issue of mental health.
President Trump! I just spent the last 2 hours putting the burial arrangements for my daughter's funeral, who's 14!
The teenage suspect in the massacre at a Florida high school has been charged with multiple counts of premeditated murder.
You're going to be held without bond until further order of the court.
Tonight, classmates are remembering warning signs that might have foreshadowed Wednesday's violence, which killed 17 and sent 13 others to the hospital. The suspect had posted photos of himself on Instagram holding knives and guns. Now investigators are creating a timeline for the rampage, starting with how the former student walked right in fully armed.
The suspect readied his rifle and began shooting into rooms 1215, 1216.
The leader of a white nationalist militia claims the former student was a member of his group and participated in exercises in Tallahassee. Well, here's a live look at the scene of yesterday's tragedy as investigators continue to comb through the scene tonight, searching for any more clues as to what led to that shooting. When the gunshots have died down and the suspects in custody, the question often returns to what needs to change. CBS 4's national correspondent Christine Frizzell is in Washington with a closer look at this part of the story.
We just want to make it safer for them and to let them know that, you know, we're out there just going and digging deeper into the cases.
In Palmview, at least 11 people are facing citations and 2 others were arrested after an eight-liner raid. Chief Christopher Barrera tells CBS 4 the bust was thanks to a new investigative unit that was created this month. CBS 4's Sydney Hernandez joins us live outside the Palmview Police Headquarters with more on this unit. Sydney.
Nicole, the Special Investigation Unit has just launched this month and is already digging up dirt. Chief Chris Barrera tells me this bust is the first of many.
We continue to follow breaking news where we've learned that the jury has decided the fate of former priest John Fight. We go now to CBS 4's Priscilla Estrada where the verdict just came in. Priscilla.
Nicole, after 6 hours of deliberation, the jury has found John Fight guilty of murder for killing Irene Garza. And we actually have Irene Garza's cousin right here with us, Dr. Linda de la Viña. I know this has been such a long time coming for the family. How did you feel whenever you heard that verdict come in?
Well, I think we were overwhelmed. And of course, we're still trying to process it. But we feel that after 57 years, we finally have justice for Irene, and we have spoken truth to power of the Catholic Church and also of Hidalgo County officials. And we hope that now she can rest in peace, and we believe that pigs are flying tonight.
Thank you so much. I know this has been such a long time coming for you guys. I can't even imagine what it felt like in there, but thank you for taking the time to talk to us tonight.
You're quite welcome.
Thank you. But that's all we have for you. We'll have more at 10 o'clock on CBS 4 News tonight. For now, live in Edinburgh with complete Valley coverage, Priscilla Estrada, CBS 4 Valley. Back to you, Nicole.
All right, thank you, Priscilla. We'll see you at 10 for more local news on CBS 4 Valley tonight.
These are not the actions of a man. They are crimes of a monster instead.
A live look at the White House tonight, where just hours ago, President Trump announced that the U.S. is taking military action against Syria. Tonight's action by the president comes in response to a suspected chemical weapons attack by the Syrian government on civilians. CBS's Moa Lengi is at the White House with the latest.
We're taking strong action to secure our border, stop illegal immigration, and restore the rule of law.
It's our responsibility on behalf of our fellow Americans that we stop those MS-13 gang members before they get across the border.
We've heard from both the president and the governor on their plans to improve border security, and now local Border Patrol officials are weighing in. Rio Grande Valley Border Patrol Sector Chief Manuel Padilla calls the increase in illegal border crossings chaotic and says the National Guard troops coming to help secure the southern border is necessary.
We do not have control. Let me be very clear on that, right? We do a great job as an agency, as an interagency partner, but at the end of the day, we still have a lot of traffic.
Padilla also said that on top of apprehensions and drugs, agents have seen an increase in stash houses and tractor trailers carrying undocumented immigrants through the valley.
Find the joy in life, because as Ferris Bueller said on his day off, life moves pretty fast, and you don't stop and look around once in a while, you're gonna miss it.
That was former First Lady Barbara Bush, who has now passed away this evening, but not without leaving behind quite the legacy. Her passing came shortly after the office of her husband, former President George H.W. Bush, said she had declined further medical treatment following a series of hospitalizations. She was 92 years old. And here's a live picture of the gated community in Houston where the Bush family lives. Many people have come by to pay their respects this evening. Right now you can see it's a very peaceful evening outside the gated community there in Houston, outside where the Bushes live. People paying their respects later on and allowing the family to mourn in a peaceful evening. Across the country, condolences are pouring in for the family of former First Lady Barbara Bush. Kenneth Craig has a look at her life and legacy.
They said there was a hole and someone went out.
I thought I was cataloging the last moments of my existence. It felt like it was free falling.
There needs to be proper inspection mechanisms in place to check for this before there's a catastrophic event.
Southwest Flight 1380 was headed from New York to Dallas when an engine on the plane exploded. One woman is now dead after being nearly sucked out of the plane. Adam King spoke with the San Antonio woman who was on that flight in a story you'll see only on 4.
This is a relief. This is the closure we need.
We bring a killer off the streets.
They can run, and they can run all they want. They just go to jail tired. We don't stop. Law enforcement doesn't stop.
An accused killer off the streets tonight after over a month of searching. Lois Reese was put behind bars in South Padre Island just over 24 hours ago. These surveillance images show Reese entering Dirty Al's when she was spotted by an employee who recognized her from the news. Police say Reese first killed her husband in Minnesota last month before later traveling to Florida, where she is believed to have killed another woman so she could steal her identity. Our sister station in Fort Myers spoke to the victim's cousin just moments after learning that Reese had been arrested.
All I could hear for her and all we kept pushing for to share the story, please share the story, because someone else is going to get hurt, because we could just hear Pam saying, I'm okay now, but someone else is going to get hurt. You've got to stop her.
Reese now faces multiple charges, including murder and criminal use of personal identification.